potential coalition platform, and beyond the permutations and power play, a critical question remains: can Nigeria's fragmented opposition truly unite, or will competing ambitions once again define the road to 2027? Joining me now is Alhaji Yinusa Tanko, the national coordinator of the Obedient Movement and a close associate of the former presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi. Thanks so much, Alhaji Yinusa Tanko, and it's good to see you. Thanks so much indeed.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been quite a while.
Thank you. It's been a while.
Yes.
How's it been yesterday with your convention?
Oh, wonderfully well. It's amazing the kind of way in which people turn out, even though there were challenges as regard to power supply. But do you see the level of these men, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Alhaji Konkosu, Alhaji Tambuwal, His Excellency Rotimi Amechibi, and overall His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi? All of them were inside that particular room, and they mobilized their people, even sweating. But yet, the sweat was that of commitment to the Nigerian country as an entity, trying to get the soul of the country. So I was particularly amazed because from all my years of being in politics, I've never seen people coming together, especially His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, who have always maintained dexterity and making competitive Democrats, being that you will never see His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi abusing anybody. And you've never seen him even owning a debt. Neither did you see him segregating. In all of that, he still mingled with all of his colleagues in order to fight for the soul of the country.
And you're a very experienced politician. You being on the ballot as a presidential candidate of the National Conscience Party.
Correct.
So you know, you understand, you know the intrigues, and you've also worked closely with Mr. Peter Obi. But with the ADC embroidered in all this leadership issue and the legal tussle, is it a viable platform for any serious coalition?
For any serious coalition, coming together of this gladiator give you a pathway to winning election. And I say this with all level of sincerity. Now, at a point in time in 2023, we were rolling a solo run. But today, there's a conglomerate of these particular individuals who want to work together. So I was amazed when you listen to the issue of, they said, status quo ante-bellum. So I consulted my lawyer. And then he told me what it means is that you return back to the situation where you were before any war. And in this case, Bala Nafiu did not take his case to court until on the 29th of September. After the 29th of September, when Colonel David Mark was already handed over. They handed over the leadership of the party to him and Aregbesola. So within this month, they have already been acting. Then he took his own case to court in September. Yes, if I'm not making a mistake, yes, it took its court to September 2nd. And that means that going back to status quo ante-bellum, meaning that when David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola were in position. So there is no any kind of foul play or even the court that you are talking about a while ago saying that they went back to status quo ante-bellum. So the people who were in position who wrote to INEC was David Mark. So and Aregbesola. In the real sense of it, I'm sure that the court is referring to and the court says do nothing until we resolve this matter, because the court order is saying if you go ahead court and if everything goes on, the rest, which is the subject matter, is going to be affected. So hold everyone until you determine the matter. And the court said don't do anything, because part of the court order is not only to return to status quo, and it's saying hold on. But as it is right now, it does look like more confusion than direction. Let me ask you, frankly speaking, now, so invariably from yesterday, from your own point of view, there is no more caretaker committee. It's now a national working committee led by David Mark and Secretary Rauf Aregbesola. Confirm.
And, you know, and Nafi Bala and Leke Abejide, some of them were expelled, suspended from the party.
Confirmed. Yesterday, there was a motion move and they were expelled from the party.
But INEC was not present there.
That is what we need to clearly correct. Because the position of INEC was that they have a mandatory to be at that particular convention. Why they choose not to be, they are the ones that have run foul of the law.
Okay, let me ask you, what lessons did Peter Obi and your movement take from the 2023 election that will shape your 2027 approach?
Good. We identified that we needed to work very closely with the northern part. We needed to bring in more people. His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi needed to synergize with his brothers and sisters in the north, and which he did. Immediately after, that's why I've never seen, all my years, I've never seen a politician who has kept the opposition on their toes like His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. So gradually, he started mixing up with his people in the north, visiting them, being with them when they are doing their fasting period, celebrating with them when they are doing Salah period, celebrating with both Christian and Muslims. He didn't differ because they are Muslims and Christians.
So has anything changed in who Peter Obi is in terms of his clout, profile nationally, across the Niger? Has anything changed? Is Peter Obi now seen with a broader on a broader perspective as a more unifying personality than he was seeing in 2023?
Obviously, yes. Because when he came to my state in Kano, you could see the synergy within him and his engineer, Rabiu Musa Kwankosu. The kind of reception, we barely survived that particular mammoth crowd. It is Obi Kwankosu, Obi Kwankosu. The signage and the serenity of the sound showed you that there was a big move, a big shift from what it used to be in 2023 and 2026 to 2027. So I was elated. And this is the situation everywhere he goes in the north right now.
What do you make of the proposition and the permutations by Mr. Dele Momodu, for example? Yesterday on the program, he says that the best opportunity or option for the ADC, if it's on the ballot going into the 2027 election, is to have Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi paired on the ticket.
Now, let me make reference to the statement of His Excellency Rotimi Amechi yesterday. He said, and he clearly said, that the party should make sure they choose the right candidate if they want to win election. Do you want to choose somebody who will win primaries, cannot win the elections? Or do you want to lose the election and only win the primaries? And also, the fact still remains that it's a southern presidency at the moment. It's a southern presidency.
So it eliminates the Kwankwansos of this world, the Atiku Abubakars of this world, and positions Rotimi Amechi and Peter Obi.
It's a southern presidency. And to make it easy for the party to win, zone it to the south and give the candidacy to the south. And you are sure of winning. Anything short of that will only bring you losing the election. And I'm saying this for every Nigerian to critically go and do his own independent poll. It will clearly show that. And the moment you saw that kind of euphoria and the love that was shown to Peter Obi and Kwankosu, the Nigerian people have spoken. I can tell you for sure, if you have those two peers, with all due respect...
So it's Peter Obi on the ballot with Kwankwanso as a vice.
By 12 o'clock on the day of election, the election is over.
Give me a moment. We'll be right back after this break, everyone. A closing moment now with Yinusa Tanko, an aide to Mr. Peter Obi and the national coordinator of the Obedient movement. What does the figure, because there are those who say 6-point-something million vote for Atiku, 6-point-something million vote for Peter Obi, 1 million vote for Kwankwanso. Would you rather go for a potential 13 million vote between Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar and go for a potential 7 million vote between Peter Obi and Kwankwanso?
What you need to know is that the figure has even changed.
Really?
Yeah, because the love that is being shown to these two personalities, with all due respect to others, it shows that there is a growing interest as regard to the Nigerian youth wanting a credible election which usher in credible leadership and then good governance. And so they are very much in tune to that. And I say this with clarity and dexterity. I watch His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi sometimes when we travel out of the going out from Lagos down to the northern part. He looks at the north as a solution-driven economy for the country generally. And you will ask me, where is that? Agriculture. And you know that our people are dominant in agriculture. By the time you talk about the millions of Nigerians who are residing in all of the 19 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, turning them into a green opportunity where they can, it will subsidize and take care of what of this one-legged economy that we have. And that is where his priority is. And they can give you 4 times what we are making in oil with no fear, no nothing, and just tilling the land. And he's trying to make sure that, okay, all of this land, he sees the land as a virgin land. He's like, look at money. With all due respect, I used to laugh. I say, look, this man is an Igbo man. You're always looking for how to make Nigeria go. And that's why you look at somebody who can bring you prosperity, who can bring you great credibility. And that, for me, as a Northerner, I feel very elated.
So in 20 seconds, so that we can wrap up, Peter Obi, Kwankwanso is the best bet.
Sure bet. Sure bet. Sure bet. In fact, if you do permutation and you go bet, or what they call them, all of those bets, bet on it. Bet on it, you are sure
and
of winning.
And they can defeat
bet on it, it is done. By 12 noon, the election is over.
All right. Alhaji Yinusa Tanko, who is an aide to Mr. Peter Obi and the national coordinator of the Obedient Movement. Thanks so much indeed.
Thank you very much for having me. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much.